This is me, Edward Bell, Senior Research Manager, and this is my office. It's been my office for the past 15 years and probably will be for the next 15. I'm going nowhere fast. I don't want to leave it too late to do something more rewarding. Something has to change. I've been thinking.
Okay.
I'm turning 50 tomorrow. I'm starting to feel like life is passing me by. Work-wise, I mean.
The Private Investigator thing.
I've been looking into it. I found this overview that's useful.
Well, have you spoken to them? Talked it over or anything?
Well, I thought I'd see what you think first.
Well, you've talked about it for that long. I think you should do it. Give them a call.
I went in early the next day so I could mull over my PI ambitions with the National Careers Service. One of their advisors suggested contacting the professional bodies. I got in touch with someone at one of the professional associations. He told me I was never going to walk straight into a job, and I'd probably have to put in a lot of time to get enough experience to be taken seriously. Gwen took me out that night, and I explained what happened on the call.
I don't want you to be miserable, Ed. I don't think you should give up work, especially as there's no guarantee of a job at the end of it.
I just don't think I can do it properly without putting more time into it. They told me as much on the phone.
Look, if you're really serious about it, you can't just give up at the first hurdle. You'll find a way around the problem.
Of course, she was right. She always is. The next day, I called the National Careers Service again. I explained about the call to the PI Association. She referred me back to the original plan of action, getting in contact with local organisations, asking about doing some voluntary work experience and what skills I'd need. That got us talking about the possibility of me going part-time at work. The next week at work, I spent every lunch hour identifying and contacting all the relevant firms in the area, telling them what I could do and what I was looking for. Solicitors, newspapers, PI firms. On Thursday, I got my first solid lead. A local investigator offered to meet me. He told me more about the work he's involved in. Aside from the occasional cheating spouse investigations, they mostly deal with probate work. The paperwork was piling up and he really needed bodies to sift through it all. And he said he'd get back to me, soon. I'm Edward Bell, Senior Research Manager, from Monday to Wednesday. On Thursday, I'm Edward Bell, fledgling PI. If it needs hours of meticulous research, I'm your man. The money isn't great, but I'm not here for the money. It's a start.
Edward was approaching his 50s when he contacted me. He'd built up a good career over the years. He'd been in the same field for most of his working life and he's worked his way up to be a senior market researcher. Some of the practical advice that I gave him was to arrange some work shadowing. He spoke to the professional body, did a bit of research and realised maybe he didn't have the exact background that a lot of those positions would look for, like a lot of people might maybe come from the police force and moved into that kind of work. But he had a lot of relevant transferable skills in research, so we decided that maybe another way in could maybe be to find a role in a private investigator's firm that maybe wasn't his ideal role, but maybe was a role to get him into that environment, and then maybe he could move into the work that way. The beauty of probably coming to speak to us is that we're impartial. You know, we're not going to tell you what to do. You know, we don't have a hidden agenda. It's all about you.